This is the 2013 season recap. Coach Cat Lennon has finished his second year as head coach of the Memphis Tigers. Another very successful season for the Memphis football program. Not quite as glorious of an ending as last season, the 2012 season, of course, when we went on that Cinderella run to shock everyone and win the Conference USA Championship in an all-time classic game against Houston. But still a solid year nonetheless, finishing with a 9-4 overall record. We finished second place in the Conference USA East Division. Make it to the Liberty Bowl for the second year in a row, second bowl bid in a row in 2 years for Coach Cat Lennon, but unfortunately falling short in the Liberty Bowl. Had a chance to potentially win the East Division and get back to the Conference USA Championship, but we're not able to get the job done in the final game of the regular season. So another very solid year for the program, certainly continuing to turn things in a positive direction. Let's not forget, before Coach Cat Lennon took over, before the start of the 2012 season, Memphis football had 5 total wins in the previous 3 years. So this program was struggling tremendously, definitely at the bottom of the conference. And second straight successful season here for Coach Cat Lennon. 9-4 record, certainly nothing to scoff at, certainly something to be very proud of if you look back a couple years. Let's get into a recap of this 2013 season. A lot of exciting games, a lot of nail biters in this one. Valiant effort all year long. Team showing a ton of heart the entire season. And let's recap it here. Starting week 1, we began our season at home, taking on the FIU Golden Panthers, and we took it to Florida International, starting off the season in tremendous fashion. FIU got on the board first here. They had an early lead against us. Touchdown Clark to Woods, first points on the board in the season. Our first points were Schuler to Sullivan, 50-yard touchdown pass that tied things up 7-7. FIU had a 3-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Schuler to Sullivan again gave us our first lead, and we just rolled from there. Schuler with 3 touchdown passes in the second quarter. Defense coming up big in the third quarter, 2 pick sixes, and we were just on cruise control the rest of the way there. Harper getting a field goal, FIU getting another late touchdown, and we got ourselves another late touchdown as well. Bennett punching it in. 52-17, the final score. Great way to start the season. Huge win in front of our home fans. Then we were on the road at Louisville. This was a huge game, of course a rivalry game against a very good opponent. Louisville had defeated us at the end of the 2012 season in the Liberty Bowl, so also looking to get revenge for that. We were playing on the road, big game, exciting game, came right down to the wire. Got on the board first, Schuler to Sampson, made it 7-0. Louisville tied it up, Hall to Kendrick, 7-7 after 1. Look at the first 3 quarters, getting a touchdown in each quarter, we both did. So 21-21 entering the fourth. Some things started getting really exciting. Louisville got themselves a lead with a long field goal from Young. We were able to get ourselves the lead. Schuler to Sampson, 6-yard touchdown pass. Louisville able to regain the lead. We needed a clutch drive here. A nice 4th down conversion on this drive. Epic drive. Finishing with a Schuler to Sampson touchdown pass with just seconds left. Louisville got the ball back, had a Hail Mary opportunity. They almost could have had a chance off of a deflection, so this one really did come down to the very final play of the game, but we were able to hold on to a thrilling, very exciting victory here. Second game of the season, 35-31, getting the win on the road against our rival, the Louisville Cardinals. Huge win there for us. Then we were beginning Conference USA play, hoping to get off to a positive start, looking to defend our Conference USA title. A thriller here in Marshall. Marshall had defeated us the season before, and they got off to a really fast start here, 17-0, early in the second quarter after this pick six here by Tucker. We fought back. Schuler able to get us on the board here. Howard, 20-7 deficit at halftime. Then a big-time rush here in the third quarter. See a touchdown run from Tate, long pass to Sullivan, punt return for a touchdown. Then Marshall battled back. Scoring the next 12 points, couple failed 2-point conversions. Getting late here in the fourth quarter. Costly interception put Marshall in a situation where they could certainly close out the game. If they were able to get into the end zone, they could have sealed it. They were also looking to run out some clock. They had a chance to get into the end zone, but they were unable to stay in bounds, just a yard short. Settled for a field goal. Defense came up clutch. We got the ball back, needing a touchdown drive. Able to get into the end zone here to tie it up 35, thrilling fashion. And then a pick six by Edwards, young linebacker, making an incredible play. So we get the last 2 touchdowns in the closing seconds of the fourth quarter. An incredible late comeback after the game looked to be Marshall's in the bag. We were able to get an incredible 42-35 victory. Takes a 3-0 overall, 1-0 in conference play. And we were on the road at Southern Miss. This was another great nail-biting game. Came right down to the wire. A rival here in the Black and Blue Bowl. Got out to a nice start in this one, 14-0. Southern Miss was able to get a couple field goals. 14-6 at halftime. Almost able to tie things up here. Failed 2-point conversion, but a long touchdown pass to Concepcion. Kept trying to stay in front of them, up by 9 here entering the fourth quarter. Then Southern Miss making some big plays in the fourth. Once again, Southern Miss took the ball over late in this quarter with an opportunity to get some first downs and run the clock out. But once again, our defense came up huge. Got us the football back. Able to get into the end zone here after a nice drive. Tate punching it in, giving us a 28-25 lead. Southern Miss drove down the field, had an opportunity to kick a field goal and tie it, send it to overtime. Kick off the uprights. Heartbreaking there for Southern Miss, but an incredible win for us. Moving to 4-0 overall, 2-0 in conference play, getting another incredible rivalry victory. And we were at home against Temple, non-conference play. High-scoring game, offense having success, defense not so much. See a couple long runs there from Johnson of Temple in the first quarter, 14-7 Owls after 1. A lot of scoring in the second quarter. At halftime, we had ourselves a 28-20 lead. I'm getting a late field goal there. A bit frustrating after that field goal. Able to extend the lead here a bit in the third quarter. It was back and forth in the second half. We were able to stay a step in front of Temple throughout. Touchdown here, cut it to a 3-point game. We were able to take care of business from there, able to escape. Another nail-biting win, but 45-42, 5-0 start to the season. Conference USA action on the road at Rice. Able to get a great comeback against the Owls back in the 2012 season. It was not the way it happened here. They got off to another fast start set, 13-0 at halftime. Tried to battle back, but they just had an answer for us. A lot of action in the second half. We got ourselves tied up here with this touchdown pass, Hanson to McKeon. Hanson coming in here, playing QB for us and playing well. But you see Hamby, a couple long touchdown runs. We were unable to get the job done here, unable to complete the comeback. And Rice pulled away at the end there to make it look lopsided, 37-20 the final score. First loss of the season. Another rivalry game for us. Taking on UAB, Battle for the Bones. And another good game here. UAB, a scrappy bunch that came to play. We had a 17-10 lead at halftime. Touchdown here late in the first half. Shuler Sullivan extended it to a 2-touchdown lead in the third quarter. But UAB battled back to tie things up in the fourth. Cecil Tate breaking a 56-yard touchdown run, put us up 31-24, and that proved to be the game winner. So another close game, another victory for us back in the win column. On the road at lowly Tulane really struggling as a program, not having a good year. But we did not put together a good performance in this game. Luckily, our defense played well. Our offense struggled. It was 12-0 at halftime. Touchdown, field goal, and a safety. Big pick six here from Tulane put them right back in the game. They almost got themselves in the lead in the third quarter. Luckily, our defense was able to keep them out of the end zone, force them to settle for a chip shot field goal. In the fourth, Schuler getting into the end zone off a scramble. A touchdown run out of scramble, just able to punch it in and make it 19-10, made it a 2-possession game. And fortunately, that gives a little bit of comfort room and we were able to hang on from there. Not a good performance, but a win nonetheless. Had a bye week after that, knew we needed to regroup, and knew we needed to step it up if we were going to keep winning. Big game here against ECU. ECU defeated us last season. We knew this was a huge matchup going into it, and what a great game it was. ECU opened this game with a bang, a 98-yard kickoff return from Parker to start this game off. ECU in front, 7-0 after that. We had a quick response. Sullivan, 78-yard touchdown pass, 2 touchdowns very early on here. Pirates had a 7-point lead after one. They made it a 10-point lead in the second quarter. Hansen coming in, playing some good QB for us, hitting Ellis and Sampson touchdown passes in the second quarter. At halftime, we were trailing by 3, 24-21. ECU able to extend that to a 10-point lead here in the third quarter. But again, we battled back, showed heart. Schuler to Sampson. Schuler come back in. Nice touchdown pass there. ECU with the field goal. Then game on the line. What a great drive we were able to put together here. Schuler hitting Sullivan. 19-yard touchdown pass. 1-point victory after the Harper extra point. 35-34. An absolute thrilling win. Huge win there. Kept us in a good spot in the East Division. We had a lot more games to go. Non-conference, huge test against one of the best in the nation on the road at LSU. Ton of points in this one. Look at LSU's incredible start to this game here. 10-0 after one Tigers. After this pick six, it was 24-0. After this touchdown run, it was 31-0. It was looking like it was going to get extremely ugly. But we did not back down. We continued to try to fight back. Schuler hitting Sampson. LSU was able to get a touchdown, so it was 38-8 at halftime. This made it even worse. This touchdown made it a 37-point lead for the LSU Tigers, but we showed heart. We fought back. We put points on the board here. Preston Schuler made a lot of mistakes early on in this one, but played some good football in the second half. We showed a lot of resilience, a lot of grit. Tried to fight back into this game as best as we could. In the end, LSU was able to win it quite comfortably. They put up an incredible 72 points on us, kicking a late field goal, kind of a bit salty there at the end, but we let it go. 72-46, the final score there. Valiant effort by LSU, too good. Then at home against a ranked SMU team, took SMU down last season when they were ranked, and able to do it again here. This game was back and forth early on, 14-14 after one. Some big plays there early on. SMU had the lead in the second quarter. Trying to cut it back. At halftime, we had ourselves a 29-21 lead after a real big error, like really late. The first half cost SMU a couple extra points. Gave us some extra momentum going into halftime. And in the third quarter, we took it to them. Started pulling away here in the second half. Just 7 points for the Mustangs in the whole second half. And we certainly did pull away. 60-28, the final score. Big win there for us. Tough loss for SMU. Really hurt the Mustangs. It eliminated SMU's chances of getting to the Conference USA Championship game. This was for a trip to the Conference USA Championship. The winner of this would be winning the East Division and going to the title game. Had never beaten UCF on the road. Looking to do something we never done before. This was a really intense football game, hard-fought game. Defense is playing well in this one. We had a 3-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Harper hitting a 37-yard field goal. UCF took the lead in the second quarter. Walter hitting Parker for 19 yards, added a field goal late. 10-3 at halftime. No points in the third quarter. Able to tie things up. Hansen hitting Sullivan. Hansen playing QB here for us later in the season. The senior coming in. Schuler, a bit banged up throughout this year. A lot of physical and mental wear put in Hansen here for us and did his best. We all did our best. Very valiant effort. This touchdown here from Nelson put UCF back in front again. This tied it up. Tate getting into the end zone. UCF able to drive down the field. And then they ran the clock down, kicked this 34-yard field goal from Johnson to make it 20-17, and that was it. huge win there for the Knights. Obviously, a very heartbreaking loss for us. Ending our chances at getting back to the Conference USA Championship game. Final game of the regular season. That ended our regular season with a 9-3 record, 6-2 in conference play, but definitely a very painful loss here on the road. Sent the UCF Knights to the Conference USA Championship, left us one game short. We did go back to the Liberty Bowl, usually reserved for the Conference USA champion, but that ended up being the Houston Cougars, who got a BCS berth, first ever for the Conference USA. So we ended up going to the Liberty Bowl, taking on Pittsburgh. Second straight year we make it to the Liberty Bowl, playing in front of our home fans. Unfortunately, second straight year we were able to win the game. No points in the first quarter, but an explosion of scoring in the second. Pittsburgh had a 21-14 lead at halftime. Tried to fight back in this one. They were able to get it done, and we were not. Pittsburgh adding 10 points in the fourth quarter to make it a 38-24 final. So it was a solid year, a lot of exciting wins, a lot of great moments, but some rough moments as well, especially the last two games, ending the season with two heartbreaking losses. One costing us a chance to get to the Conference USA Championship game again, and one costing us a chance to get our first bowl win in a while. So 9-4 season, certainly nothing to scoff at, but not ending the way we dreamed, not as glorious as the 2012 Conference USA Championship season. But that's how it ends here for the 2013 Memphis Tigers. Now we will take a look at the final conference standings. Yep. So we finished second in the East. You see, we are currently listed as first. That's because UCF lost in the conference championship game is concluded. We both finished 6-2 in conference play before that conference championship week. They, of course, beat us head-to-head the final week of the season. We were predicted to finish second in conference, and that's what we end up finishing. Congratulations to the Houston Cougars, Conference USA champions. They are finally able to win in the conference championship game. They had lost the previous two seasons in the Conference USA Championship. 2011 losing to Southern Miss, 2012 losing to us, 2013 they are able to take down UCF and become Conference USA champs. Now we'll take a look at the rest of the conferences around the nation. Congratulations to Florida State winning the ACC Championship. Congratulations to the Florida State Seminoles. Good season from North Carolina, making it to the championship game. Congratulations, of course, to the Oklahoma Sooners, Big 12 champions. Big East champions. Congratulations to the Louisville Cardinals. They had a great season, of course, lost to us early. The loss against us was their only loss for a lot of the season. Ended up losing again late. Big Ten, congratulations to the Wisconsin Badgers. Very solid season from Wisconsin. Good year from Michigan State as well, making it to the conference championship game. As we saw, Conference USA goes to the Houston Cougars. They are finally able to get it done, making history, going to the first ever BCS Bowl for a Conference USA team. There's the Independents. Look at the MAC. Congratulations to the Kent State Golden Flashes, MAC champions. Congratulations to them, indeed. Taking down Northern Illinois in the title game. Fresno State, what a fantastic year for the Bulldogs. Good year for Colorado State as well, making it to the title game. But Fresno State, Mountain West champions, undefeated in conference play. From the Bulldogs. Pac-12. Congratulations, USC, able to become conference champions. Great year from the USC Trojans, one of the best in the nation, no doubt about it. SEC, Alabama Crimson Tide, phenomenal year from Alabama, one of the elites for sure, the best in the nation in 2013. 14-0 overall. Of course, undefeated in conference play as well. Sun Belt, congratulations to the North Texas Mean Green. Becoming Sun Belt champions, getting to double-digit victories. Great work there. Congratulations to San Jose State. The WAC, a pretty small conference, but congratulations San Jose State becoming the WAC champions. Let's look at the final conference standings. Now we'll take a look at the bowl results, the 2013 season. Take a look around the nation here. North Texas defeating Marshall in the New Orleans Bowl. Cincinnati defeating UCF in the Beef O'Brady's Bowl. So UCF dropping their final 2 games of the season as well, despite their big win against us. Great year all around for Fresno State and positive. BYU defeating Rice in the Armed Forces Bowl. Good job for Rice to qualify. Pittsburgh defeating us, Memphis Tigers, in the Liberty Bowl. The Rose Bowl goes to Wisconsin, defeating the USC Trojans. USC, the 2012 national champions, defeated in the Rose Bowl by the Wisconsin Badgers. Sugar Bowl goes to Texas. Great year for the Longhorns. They take down Louisville in the Sugar Bowl. The Orange Bowl goes to Ohio State. The Buckeyes defeating the Florida State Seminoles to win the Orange Bowl. The Fiesta Bowl, LSU defeats Houston. Houston, first ever appearance for a Conference USA team in a BCS Bowl. Congratulations to the Houston Cougars, a phenomenal season. Finally able to get over the hump and win the Conference USA Championship. Made it to the BCS with a 12-1 overall record and a very valiant performance against the LSU Tigers. A much different game than our game against LSU. Our game against LSU was very high scoring. This was much more of a defensive battle. Houston unable to get the victory, though. They fall a field goal short. LSU wins 16-13. Congratulations to Houston, nonetheless. Great accomplishment. And of course, the national championship. This one goes to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Not a particularly close game here. Alabama up, getting on the board first with a field goal from Johnson. 3-0 after 1. They made it 10-0 in the second quarter. Horn getting it at the end zone for a touchdown run. Oklahoma cutting it down to a 3-point game. Holland to McCray with a touchdown pass there in the late in the second quarter. So it was 10-3 Alabama at halftime. Close game. Oklahoma got themselves the lead early on in the third quarter. Holland to McCray, touchdown pass again. 14-10 Oklahoma there. We were in a real barn burner at that point. Mitchell to a Love 3-yard touchdown pass put Alabama back in front, and Alabama cruised from that point. Another touchdown added in the third quarter. So the Crimson Tide went into the fourth with a 24-14 lead. Early on in the fourth, touchdown run here from Smith. Another touchdown run not long after, and Alabama was on cruise control in the fourth quarter as they pull away. Field goal here from Johnson made it 40-14, and that was it. That ends up being the final score. Congratulations to the Alabama Crimson Tide. A phenomenal year from Alabama. They looked extremely impressive all season long, and they are able to win the national championship by a final score of 40-14. Congratulations to them. We will take a look at the final polls here, the 2013 end of the season. Okay, say congratulations to number 1, 14-0 Alabama Crimson Tide. This is Alabama's third national championship in the past 5 seasons. They have not gone back to back, but they have won national championship 2009 season, 2011 season, and now here in the 2013 season. As you see, a lot of lopsided wins here throughout the year. LSU gave him a battle, Georgia gave him a battle, Oklahoma was giving him a battle for a bit, but then able to pull away in the end and get their 14th victory on the year to finish the perfect national championship season. Alabama, great success in that program in recent years. Finishing number 2 is the Wisconsin Badgers. Great year from Wisconsin. Got off to a 4-0 start, blowout loss here on the road at Michigan, then a huge win at Ohio State, and they continued to cruise the rest of the year, kicking butt in a lot of these games, and a big-time victory in the Rose Bowl over USC. Number 3 finishing the Texas Longhorns 12-1. Tough loss to Oklahoma, their only loss of the season, prevented them from getting another chance at a national championship game. But still a great year from Texas, looking very strong, able to give themselves a nice bowl win to end the season. Oklahoma, great year from the Sooners. A lot of close, exciting wins here. Kansas State, Notre Dame, Texas, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State. A lot of close, competitive games. Great run, 12-0, get to the national championship. Then in the second half, Alabama just able to pull away from them. LSU finishes number 5, 12-1 record. Only loss coming to the national champion, Alabama Crimson Tide. They defeated us, very high-scoring game in that one. High-scoring game against Arkansas as well for them. Put a bunch of points against Idaho. Able to defeat Houston to get a huge bowl win for them. BCS bowl victory for the Tigers. Ohio State finishes number 6, 12-1 record. Great season from Ohio State. Just the one loss, heartbreaker against Wisconsin, but it prevented them from making it to the Big Ten title game. Great season from Ohio State. Nice bowl victory to end it as well. Georgia finishes number 7, 12-2 record. Start off the season with a 17-point loss on the road, but then played great football, undefeated the rest of the regular season. Good battle against Alabama in the SEC championship. Possibly could have got to the national championship. They took down the Crimson Tide, but they were unable to. And ending the year with a solid bowl victory against Nebraska. Washington 12-1 finishes number 8. Very solid year from Washington. Only loss was against Oregon. Big win against the Utah team. Very solid Utah team. No problem against Iowa State in their bowl. Great year from Washington, 12-1, very impressive. USC, not able to win the national championship, not able to repeat. They lost their 3rd game, losing to Utah. Didn't have a particularly strong schedule, so they were a bit lower in the polls, as there was a lot of very good teams in the top 10 this year. Very solid victory to end the regular season, taking down Notre Dame, and then victory in the Pac-12 championship. Unable to get the job done in the Rose Bowl. They certainly would have liked that victory there, but falling short against Wisconsin to finish the year. Utah finishes 11-2, finishes in the top 10 in the nation. Losses against Oregon and Washington. Exciting victories there against UCLA. USC, of course, a huge win there for Utah early in the season, taking on the defending national champions, ending USC's win streak. They had some close games, Arizona State and UMass, uncharacteristically close. Close one there against Colorado, but able to finish off the year with a bowl victory against North Carolina. Very good North Carolina team. That's the top 10 at the end of the 2013 season. Here's the rest of the top 25 poll. Houston finishing number 13 in the nation. Very impressive there for a Conference USA team. SMU finishing number 15. Very impressive from them. Wake Forest running out the top 25, others receiving votes. We'll take a look at the final stats of the season for the 2013 Memphis Tigers. Preston Schuler, our main QB here, didn't play the whole season. We brought Hanson in late. Schuler was a bit banged up. It was a stressful, emotional season. He put his heart out into it. His junior year, he'll have one more season left for us. Let's see, he was 2-1 of 328, 2,743 yards. Very impressive there. 29 touchdowns. Did throw 13 interceptions. Got to clean that up. His senior year. One more year left for Preston Schuler. This was Walter Hanson's senior year. He's done some great things in a Memphis Tiger uniform. We would not have been Conference USA champions in 2012 if it's not for some of the great things he did last season for us in 2012. But he was 98 of 166, 1,275 yards, 13 touchdowns, 7 INTs. Great heart, great competitor. He will be missed in a Memphis Tiger uniform for sure. Thank you, Walter Hanson. Halfback. This is in for Cecil Tate as well. This was his senior year. 208 attempts, 1,030 yards, 9 touchdowns on the ground from a 4.9 average this year. 56 was his long. Great work here for the senior halfback. Thurl Bennett will be back for his senior year next year. He had 2 touchdowns, 309 yards. That was second for us. Tyson Childress, not a lot of work this season. We expect him to get a lot more next year. He had 1 touchdown, 75 yards on 12 attempts. Earl Stevens, 74 yards on 21 attempts. Got banged up, missed this second part of the year. Unfortunate injury for him. Hopefully he will get rehabilitated and able to return full strength next year. Not a lot of attempts from Nathan Dunn. Walter Hanson able to get a touchdown scramble. Same with Preston Schuler. He's able to get a touchdown run as well. Receiving wise, Ray Sullivan, incredible receiver for us. 66 catches, 1,228 yards, 15 touchdowns. What a star for us. Wide receiver position. Branch Sampson, also a great receiver. 54 catches, 10 touchdowns, 781 yards. Cedric Ellis banged up at the late in the season, missing the end as well, but another great year from him. These are all juniors. Sullivan, Sampson, and Ellis. Petty is a senior. Caleb Petty, great year, great work in a Memphis Tiger uniform. He had 3 touchdowns this year. Thurl Bennett, 3 touchdowns as well. Adam McKeon, freshman year, 4 touchdown receptions, 30 catches. Great work from him. Future is bright for Adam McKeon. Cecil Tate, 12 catches. Zane Howard, junior tight end, he had a touchdown reception. Chris Reddick, 1 catch there for the senior. Jabril Stevens, done. Defensively, Wilt Davenport Jr., 94 tackles, incredible there. Trey McPherson is a senior. Great work from him this season. Holiday, a freshman, big breakout year from him. Same with Ezekiel Edwards, a freshman, doing some incredible things this year for us. Forrest White, the senior, he will be missed. Peter Gonzalez, the freshman. Eric Blair, senior. 5 touchdowns from White, 3 from Scales, 2 for Crawford and Edwards, 1 from Davenport. A huge touchdown from Edwards, helping us win that game against Marshall. For us here. Defense was predicted to struggle this season, and we certainly did struggle at times, but there were also times when defense came up clutch, made some really big plays for us. Appreciate the effort from everyone. Everyone contributed here. Everyone has contributed last season and this season, helping turn this program around. Great work, Clancy Harper, the freshman kicker, spot on all year long. Very trustworthy guy for us here. Field goals, extra points as well. Just spot on young kicker. And good hands in special teams for years to come. Jacob Novak, he's a senior. We'll miss him, very solid puncher for us. Yuki Frazier will be back to return. That is his main role for us. Sullivan had 1 punt return touchdown for us as well. So that is it. That is the 2013 season recap, finishing with a 9-4 record. Couple rough losses to end the season, but a couple of really nice victories. A lot of exciting times this season. Will be a year to remember, and this program is certainly continuing the correct trajectory, becoming a force, a real competitor in Conference USA and around the nation. Hopefully that will continue. Obviously, we'll be losing some guys from this year's team. We are going to have a senior-heavy roster next year, so we're going to come back very inspired, going to work very hard this offseason, and hopefully 2014 will be a great year for us. That is it for 2013. Let's go Memphis.